welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. Join us now is Miss Kansas USA 2025, Asia Simone Smith. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing this morning?
I'm amazing. I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad to have you on the show today. I'm so excited to chat about kind of your journey, really. How long have you been doing pageants now?
Yes, well, Miss Kansas USA was actually my first pageant in about 7 years.
Okay.
So I did them when I was younger. I started when I was 12. We got a flyer in the mail, and I remember seeing it, and I thought to my mom, maybe I could try this out. And she was like, I don't know, you have a lot of other extracurriculars going on. But eventually I was able to convince her, and I entered that first pageant, and it was such a wonderful experience. And really, pageantry has shaped a lot of who I am today. Just made me, well, very fluent and versed in public speaking. You know, now I work in sports broadcasting, so it's definitely prepared me for my career. And just to be able to use my voice and be an inspiration to young girls, it's something I always aspired to do. So to have this platform is phenomenal.
That's wonderful. So what brought you back for Miss Kansas USA?
Like brought me back to
because you said there was like a 7-year gap, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what brought you back?
I've always wanted to do the Miss USA organization. It's something that I've always been close to. I did compete when I was younger for Miss California Teen USA because I'm from California originally, and I always knew I wanted to come back. You know, it's just a huge platform to just be able to represent women at the highest level and prove that we can achieve anything we set our minds to. I especially want to do that for women in sports broadcasting. We are underrepresented in leadership roles like play-by-play analysts and a lot of other positions like hosting. So I want to make sure that women's voices are being heard and represented in my industry. And then I also want to inspire the next generations of young girls to also pursue this field and not let themselves be stopped by stereotypes that say women don't belong in sports broadcasting. So I actually am using this platform to uplift my mentorship program, Girls Talk Game, which is for young women aspiring to be sports broadcasters. So I'm very excited for the year ahead.
That's fantastic. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about your year ahead now. So yeah, what are you planning on doing to kind of continue to spread your word?
Yes. Well, I plan to do a lot of school visits and having people come shadow me on the job just to see what it's like. But really, I just want to partner with organizations and make sure that we're fighting for representation for women in sports broadcasting. You know, I feel like having my position as a sports anchor allows me to be a voice for others, and I just want to continue uplifting that throughout the year. So I'm excited to reach a lot more schools. I've reached a lot in the Wichita area, which is where I'm from, but I want to be able to expand to other areas of the state. So I'm happy to be here and to join the Topeka community, and I hope to continue expanding across Kansas.
Yeah, what's it been like trying to juggling the sports broadcasting, like the mentorships, and now being Miss Kansas USA?
It's very busy. A lot of long mornings and a lot of late nights, but it's more than worth it. I definitely have a lot of preparation to do because now I'm preparing for the Miss USA pageant, which the date's not announced yet, but it'll be sometime later this year. So I'm looking forward to that, but a lot of training and continuing to just make my impact be heard throughout the state. So very, very busy days.
That's lovely. And kind of message out there for young women and girls who maybe, you know, are interested in sports, but feel like maybe they don't have a voice in that industry.
I think you just have to start. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you have to start in order to get to where you want to be. So I want to encourage them just to go after that dream. You know, I always tell them, you don't need anything but your voice. You just got to stand there and be confident. And I feel like when I can encourage them to start applying for those positions and putting yourself out there, which is what this career is all about, then I think that's when they can start to be successful. But it's been a dream of mine. I was an athlete my whole life, so being able to be a voice for other athletes is something that I'm passionate about. So I just hope to encourage other young girls to find a passion in this career field.
That's wonderful. I want to manifest for a moment. You know, yeah, where would you want to be in 10 years, like sports broadcasting, Miss USA? Like, what's the goals down the line?
I'd love to find somewhere where I can mix my passion for both fashion and sports into one, but I definitely love to see myself at a national network like ESPN. That's always been a dream of mine, so to be able to work there would be incredible.
Oh, wonderful. I'm rooting for you now,
Thank
Asia.
you.
And how can people, you know, keep up with you, kind of watch your journey this year and beyond?
Yes, you can follow on the Miss Kansas USA pages on Instagram and Facebook, and just continue to support the organization. But I have a lot of upcoming projects. I'm also working on a children's book, so lots to look out for throughout the year. So you can follow along on the socials.
That's gonna be fantastic. Now I'm curious. You mentioned children's book. I love children's books. I love reading. Any tease for the children's book that you're working on?
It's called There's No One Like Me, and basically the story is about a little girl who has vitiligo. That's an autoimmune disorder that causes you to lose your pigment in your skin. And I'm writing it as a gift to my mom because she has vitiligo. She was diagnosed about 15 years ago, and I saw how much it kind of changed her her outlook on life. You know, her whole identity she felt was ripped away from her, and it was hard for me to watch her be so uncomfortable in her own skin. So the book really just helps uplift other people who are living with any type of visible difference and show them that you're so beautiful, because beauty is all inclusive. You know, you don't have to be one type of beautiful. So I'm looking forward to that. And one of my favorite lines says, "My skin may look different, but you should treat me the same," because I want everybody to be able to give respect to people who look different than them.
That is so wonderful. Like, Asia, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and thank you for, I guess, all the wonderful things you're doing and bringing the community and helping uplift the community. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
And I'm very excited to see what you guys do, what you do in the years to come.
Thank you.
And everyone, please learn more about Miss Kansas USA. Head over to MissKansasUSA.com.